So, I think I'm gonna start vlogging this just so that I feel better about the work and the progress that's being made. That being said, Andrea and I are planning on building a shipping container house up on this hill, and it's got a little bit of work to be done. The way that we're looking at it, it's gonna be about 64 feet wide by 40 feet. It's going to be an L shape, and so it's going to be two shipping containers, and then another portion. As you could tell, there's a bit of debris back here. On the other side of this hill is Frank's. Um, it's a machine shop of some type. And circling back around here, we have our house that we are buying off of our niece and nephew. And then the addition to that, let me see if I can point it out here, the addition, which was partially finished, um, but while it makes great storage, we're not really interested in keeping / living in it. The property that I'm up on had a single wide trailer at one point and some double wides down there. So I am surrounded by the machine shop back there, and then up on this area is some property that's owned by a local, well, he's a property owner. He owns quite a bit of this area. Um, but for the most part, if there's no traffic, which means during the day, and if there's like a weekend or after hours, that machine shop is dead quiet, you can actually come out here and listen to all the insects and bugs. Last night, Andrea and I were on the back porch I was drinking Corona, and a deer literally walked right beside the porch and walked up through the property. So, I've been working on this for a little bit. I got this little portion right here cleared out. I did the measurements. So from about back there, all the way around this wall, which is going to have to go, all the way around this tree stump, all the way to those blocks winds up being about 64 feet. So that's the length. I'm going to work on now a little bit of the width. And as you could tell, we have a bit of debris back here I have to get rid of. That's not going to be a big deal. But then I have this whole side here. And another portion of the story is that while we own this property, um, and there's markers, I've looked at the plat map for it, and I've looked at what we own, and it looks like it cuts in at an angle. So I think I'm definitely going to have the land surveyed so that we know exactly for sure what we own. So I'm going to consider this to be video 1. I'll probably wind up starting a new channel, going from start to finish, because in all honesty, I would love to see myself make the progress and be able to pull this off. Besides that, I think the process will be interesting for anybody who runs across this video. So So I came out here on my lunch break, so about an hour, and compared to where I was at before, I got that little pile right there, which involved going through, taking my Sawzall, my hedge clippers, and my brush axe, and cutting out the weeds, cutting out the vines, disconnecting them from a bush, and cutting down some small tree or overgrown vines, however you look at it. My Sawzall ran out by the time I went to get to that thing, and that would have given me a pretty clear good chunk. However, I'm on my lunch break, so I can't go back in, swap it out, come back out here. I'll get motivated and get back to doing stuff. So, as you can tell, I'm pretty winded. I got fat over the winter, and there's flies everywhere. But I want to at least document some of the process, and I'll do it every time I come out. That way I could look back and be like, wow, I either did a lot, or holy cow, I didn't get anything done. So I know inevitably, because I'm going to put this up on YouTube, someone will go back through and be like, why didn't you get a chainsaw? Why didn't you get an excavating company to come out and do all that for you? And my answer to that is, one, cost. Andrew and I want to build up here, but we might have to adjust their cost a little bit. And two, there are some gone or passed on pets from previous tenants that we want to, I want to treat with a bit of respect. I just lost my dog about two, maybe 3 years ago, and I wouldn't want someone to come by with a backhoe and just dig up my dog's grave. I'd be pretty upset about that. Problem is I don't know where they're at. The previous tenants know where they're at, but it's not like I want to grab people and say, hey, show me where your dead dog is. That's just not cool. So, and it's good work. Like I said, I got fat over the winter, and I kind of would like to work some of that off and get some exercise. I found out that I have about 10 bulging discs in my back, and so I work for as long as I can and get some strength, get some exercise, and then relax. And 3 or 4, whatever point I'm on, this is I work from home full time, so I'm constantly sitting at a desk writing code, and so getting out and doing some work is good. It's good exercise. So the next goal is to get this little tree part out. That should make this all walkable, manageable. Then I'm going to come through here with my hedge clippers to get all this brush and all these vines. I have a pretty decent hedge clipper and a long enough extension cord to run from the house. So I'll just clip all this out and clear it out. And then I'll move on to this guy and slowly work my way around the property. And the end goal is because this property kind of, this little ledge right here kind of comes to a drop, I want to get around that drop. The concept is, or the idea is that we'll be able to build the house so that either my office or our bedroom or something is looking over the hill directly into the neighbor's farm slash field slash woods that he has outside his house. So that being said, we'll go from there. But till next time, like, subscribe, hit the notification, and if you're into watching a overweight 37-year-old fat guy do yard work and maybe eventually build his house. Alright, if nothing else, do it for the love of the wife and love of the adventure. Alright, till next time. Bye.